We all share the same planet. We all breathe the same air. We all share the same common goal of peace and prosperity. We all share the same responsibility to resolve the issues of our time. To resolve climate change is going to take 950 billion trees to be grown within the next 30 years. There are 7.481 billion people living on planet Earth in 2017. If every person on the planet was to share the responsibility of resolving this issue equally, each person would need to grow 127 trees or buy 127 trees. The first question is, how do we grow 950 billion trees? This requires water, soil, sunlight, available land and care. This will require taxpayers to convince their councils and governments to support community nursery projects. In places like New Zealand, taxpayers could finance the removal of weeds, such as willow trees, pine trees, and other green waste to be turned into potting mix. There is already a water shortage problem on most rural land in New Zealand. Therefore, most of the growing of plants will need to take place in urban environments, where irrigation water is available. Councils and governments need to make it as easy as possible for people to grow trees in their backyards by supplying communities with potting mix, water access, and pots. Of course, some people won't have the land available, or the time available, or the water available to grow trees themselves. People in this position will need to buy trees of people who are growing trees. This situation will create an opportunity for people to create a form of income, which will work towards ending unemployment and poverty. The next question is, where do we plant 950 billion trees? Landowners, both public and private, could be offered 50-50 shares in the profits generated by the income the resolution trees provide. The next question is, how do we manage these food forests? Governments need to work alongside community groups, helping them set up community collective businesses that manage the food collected from these areas ethically. People working in the food forest areas will be paid with time credits, which will be paid out annually. The money people make will be taxed as a form of income. Since the government/taxpayer is benefiting from the tax revenue, government/investors will be encouraged to give people loans as they will see a return in benefits. The food from these food forests could be sold locally and internationally. The profits made by the government through the sale of the food from these food forests on public land would go toward further sustainable development by offering people 0% interest home and garden loans. These loans will be given to people so they can develop permaculture food gardens. People who accept these 0% interest loans will agree that 50% of the profits made through the food they grow will go to the government for supplying the loan. These home and garden developments will be better suited to families or couples where one member of the household works in the community while one member works in the garden and looks after the household. These loans won't come with an attached repayment time period, since agriculture depends on many variables. Any person that provides 127 trees to the global community will have the peace of mind that they have played their role in resolving climate change. They will also have the peace of mind that they will be contributing to a new age of sustainable development, as well as setting up a sustainable, healthy food source which will provide peace and food security to their community. Some people may wish to contribute more than 127 trees, since the faster we grow trees, the faster we can save endangered species and restore our environment to a place that is healthy for everyone. People who provide trees to the food islands will receive shares in the fruit and honey profits that come from the trees based on what percentage of the trees within the food island they own shares in. Beekeepers will be paid $20 per hour to manage the honey, and gardeners will be paid $20 per hour to manage the fruit. 50% of the profits thereafter will go to the landowners, and 50% will go to the people who provided the trees.